1337 FM. Talk Radio.
Engage.
Hi, this is Matt from 1337 FM, Nerd Talk Radio, and today I'm making a pie. And here we go. This is everything I'm going to use. My parents actually just came back from Nova Scotia, and they brought back some lovely fresh apples. So I said, you know what? You give me all these apples, I'm going to make a pie. And this is actually the first time I've ever made an apple pie. I've made a few. I made a bunch of pies, but this is the first time making an apple pie. And hopefully it doesn't go horrible. So this has been my method as of right now. I tried a few methods out, actually, like how to actually peel and core the apple. One was really successful, and I'm still using it, is using my vegetable peeler, and that one's been pretty good. I was using a paring knife for the longest time, and I think I was cutting off a little too much. But now that I've discovered this beautiful way, and eating the remnants, because these apples are delicious. A little bit of core. And I'm just going to peel about 5 cups worth of apples. Look at this big bastard. That was going to be a cup at least. Okay, now I think after this one I'm going to try to measure it out, see how much I have. And after that, I'm going to make the filling. I've got a bit of brown sugar, a bit of, white sugar. I got a lemon. I'm going to zest the lemon. Put in about half the lemon's worth of lemon juice. That'll break down all the sugars, get it all muddling, as they say. I don't know what that word means, I just said it. I read it in a few sort of mixology like books. You have to muddle, sugar and the bitters and all that stuff. And I don't know what it means. I assume it sounds like whatever, like the sugars, are broken down or whatever. I'm not even sure. This isn't about me and my my lexicon of words I know how to say. But yeah, this method I've discovered is actually so much better than using a paring knife, because you get all the peel off, and you don't take a lot of the actual apple off. I do the top bit there. And also I almost cut my damn finger off with the paring knife, because I was excited to do this. I was kind of doing it quickly, and I almost cut through my thumb. So even if you were, even if you know what you're doing, you still got to be careful. These are very sharp knives, and at the end of the day, I would like a pie, but I would also like to have all my fingers. That would be nice as well. So the kitchen, I think, I remember read a statistic somewhere that I should put that down, shouldn't I? The kitchen is we're number one of all the accidents in the house. Some statistics said where all the accidents in the house happen. So you gotta really, really be careful. These are Damascus steel knives. They're very sharp. They're not toys. I know I was kind of eating with them, and I learned my lesson really quick when I shaved a little bit of skin off. So you just be careful, for the love of God. Okay, this is where we do our dry ingredients. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, which I have right here. And this is really just going to cover all of the apples and get everything sort of in that nice thick yummy mix, like you see, which is the filling for the apple pie. So you're going to not round it off. I want 2 tablespoons of that. Now we're going to want 2/3 of a cup of white sugar. Now I've got this old bag of sugar, which I'm going to get rid of because I don't really use a lot of sugar. I don't drink it in my tea or anything. So 2/3 of a cup. That's add it to half. I'm so stupid. Half and a third. You want 2/3 of a cup of sugar. So what I'm going to do, I'm trying to empty out this old bag of sugar here. And I can get rid of it then, because I don't really eat a lot of sugar in my food. I don't eat a lot of sugar in my coffee or anything. So like I've kind of had this, but since I moved in. I've done a bit of baking here and there. And there's a hole in the bottom and it's getting all over my counter. Well. Oh, well that does with that big sugar. But yeah, I don't really eat a lot of sugar or use it a lot because other than like when Mike and Mark come over, and in our breaks in between like recordings, we'll have a cup of tea and we'll have a chat, and that's really the only time my sugar gets used because I think Mark takes the sugar. No, Mark doesn't even drink. Oh, never mind. Mark doesn't drink coffee, really. I know he does, but he doesn't drink it in my place, and he doesn't drink tea. And Mike doesn't drink sugar. He doesn't drink sugar. He doesn't in his coffee. And I don't either. So here we go. This will be make it 2/3 because I can't do. Was it fractals? What are they called? No, 2/3 and 1/4. I can't do those, and I just wasted some. So good job. Yeah. This is how I tend to bake usually. It's also hot as hell in here. I just tend to bake. I make a huge mess. Whatever. You know what? I clean it up afterwards, and that's really all I can say because you know what? My mess. I clean it up. Now we're going to want a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Oh, I love cinnamon. Cinnamon in everything. I tried this sort of cereal recently, and it was all right. It was like a cinnamon cereal, but it was sort of discount because I'm cheap, and it was horrible. It had not nearly enough cinnamon as I wanted in it, but hey, first world problems, right? Now we're going to try to. I don't know if you can see this. Actually, let's show you. Show you the mess I'm going to make now. Me trying to pour out cinnamon. Oh. There we go, actually. Oh, that was pretty painless. Very good, thank you. No problem. You're welcome. Okay, now back to the magic. From here, we're going to want a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Now, I had to go to the store and specifically get nutmeg because I didn't have any in my apartment. You don't really use nutmeg in a lot of applications, so, but apparently it's really good for you. I wouldn't know. I don't even know what it tastes like. Oh yeah, I've had this stuff before. Okay, now. There we go, that's the nutmeg. And a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. Not Old Spice, Terry Crews. And after this, I think we just have to mix this well and coat the apples in it. Then after that, you know, job's good and job done. Alright, that's going to get nice and flavorful. And next, to mix the apples up in it. Now I've got my apples in with my dry mixture. It smells amazing, my god. Oh no, I didn't chop up my apples. I can do that after. I meant to really sort of really slice them thin, really get them small so that all the flavor come in and the apples could almost sort of, you know, dissemble in that beautiful sugary mix. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna zoom in a little bit, is I'm just gonna get in there. I'm just gonna get in there and just, you know, mix it up with my hands. And yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm not trying to be like you know, personalities like Bobby Flay or like Giada or whatever her name is. I really love this. I love baking and cooking. I mean, if it wasn't for, you know, podcasting and me working at the job I'm at now, I would definitely want to be a cook, a chef. Don't know what kind of chef, but I would definitely want to be in that industry, and just because I enjoy it so much. That's actually the plans I have for the near future. Once, and I just want to give this a try. Oh, that is spiced. Well, yeah, that's the job I want for the near future. Hopefully it pans out once I get to England, meet my beautiful wife. Love you, babe. And yeah, now to chop up these apples a little bit, throw it in the pie crust, put that in the bake for a little bit, and then we get some delicious apple pie. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zest this lemon somehow, because I don't have a lemon zester. I don't know what that is. I just have me and a paring knife and, you know, a cheese grater. But first what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop this lemon in half. And I'm going to really quickly juice it. Put the lemon juice in there. Put the lemon juice in there. And once the lemon juice is all in there, I give it a bit of zest. That'll break down the sugars. That'll get everything moving. Ah, you bastard lemon! Okay, I get angry at my citrus fruits. I do this in a separate bowl because I don't want any. See, look, I don't want any seeds in my apple pie mix, and I think that's a good idea. Pour that in there. That'll get moving. That'll get shaken. Now this lemon can go to hell, and I can enjoy my life. So now what I'm going to do with the other half of this lemon, which is still perfectly good, I'm going to try to zest this. Although I have no idea how, I do have one of those. So what I'm going to do is very regrettably try to, but I mean they're going to be huge. So now I don't even know what these things on the side are. I think they're for like cinnamon. And cinnamon comes out in the bottom into your, you know, hot eggnog. I have no idea. So what I'm going to try to do, maybe I'm going to zest it on like the cutting board, and then I'm going to maybe chop it up really small. So I'm only going to zest a little bit. Well, when I said a little bit, I really meant a little bit. Okay, I'm going to zest a hell of a more. Oh wow, that smells so good. Okay, now that should be enough lemon zest for this one little apple pie. Trying to put this out with my very sharp paring knife onto my finger. There we go, successful. And now again, I'm going to give this a little toss. Get everything mixed around in there. Get all the lemon juice all over these beautiful apples. And now I think we're ready. Look at that one. Look at that one there. Sorry, we're ready to get this now in my pie shell. Okay, and here we are. Here's my beautiful frozen pie plate. I'm just going to preheat the oven again because I had it preheated originally, and it was just getting too damn hot in here. So I'm going to preheat it again, 425, and I think we're only going to bake that for about 10 minutes. In that 10 minutes, we're going to prepare the strudel topping. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. But here we go. Pour all the apples in. All that beautiful mixture is coming out now. Now, if this looks awkward, you know, because I'm doing this by myself, I've never done it before, I've never even made a cooking video before, I've baked lots of things, I usually have music or a podcast on the background, but if this looks awkward, it's because it is. I'm trying to get good angles, like, you know, and just make it look good, make me look good, make the lighting look good, and I think I'm doing a good job. So, therefore we just put all the stuff in here. Your apples all in there, and I'm going to bake this covered for about 10 minutes. Covered, yet don't want anything touching, so it's going to be a little difficult. And then we're going to, in that 10 minutes, we're going to start making the topping. And that's what I'm looking forward to, because that topping sounds amazing. Now, this is I think this is going to be my poor attempt to cover my pie. Not sealing it, I'm just covering it. Now, I made it too long for the start of this. I'm not good with aluminum foil. Ask my wife. I'm not good with it. I'm not good with like cling film or saran wrap either. I'm terrible with it. Because I got to do it so damn quickly it doesn't stick to itself. And when it does, I get annoyed and I throw it in the garbage. Try again. Much to a lot of people's annoyance because I'm like, damn it, it's stuck together. Garbage. Try it again. And then garbage. Try it again. But hey, live and learn. And I know I waste saran wrap, but who cares? It's saran wrap. Okay, now so we make the streusel topping. I don't know why I did it with my hands. The streusel topping that's going to go over the top of it. I'm not going to put a normal like sort of braid on the top. I'm going to do this really sort of crunchy sort of granola streusel. It sounds amazing. So what we're going to do, we're going to combine 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Come on. Okay. Let's make it 2/3. 2/3 right there. Bang bang. And next we are going to include the brown sugar. Oh man, I love brown sugar. It's so good in everything. We have a cup of packed brown sugar. Okay, so now things about brown sugar. I don't know why. To pack it down, I think it's because it's like crumbly and dense. You have to sort of, but also what I like to do is when I'm sort of, it comes in like little bunches, like little balls, and when you're mixing, that is like a nightmare to get rid of because if you don't do it, if you don't like sort that out before you mix it in with the rest of your stuff, it becomes a nightmare and it sort of creates this little ball of terror. So what I do is it's packed, my hand, there you go. Get the little balls that eluded me, destroy them. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to want a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, which is right here, right there, and 1/2 teaspoon wrong end. Now I always fuck up cinnamon because it's like very light and oh, so good though. Okay, that's that cinnamon out of the way. Now, 3/4 cup of rolled oats. Now I don't know what rolled oats are. They're probably dumb. I just assume it's just oats. I mean, I got large flake oats just because they look nice, just because they're cool looking. They look like they're going to be a lot easier and have a greater texture to this. And I can't open the bag. Oh, hello, scissors. There we go. Bang. Now here's the master. Okay, so what we're going to need is 3/4 cup. That's 1/2 and 1/4. A little bit more. There we go. And again. Oh no! Oh well, who cares? It's not like it's going to mess everything up forever. It's fine. And once that's I think again, I'm just going to have to give it a little jiggery-pokery shake. Actually, I'm going to use a spoon because I'm not an animal. So here we go. Just mix everything in. Make sure that it's good and nice and well-rounded. The brown sugar is not giving you guff like it is right now because I missed a few little lumps. You brown sugar bastard. Ah. Maybe this would be more better for a whisk, because a whisk little arms could destroy this, but I'm using this. Seems to be working fine. So now I think we have to introduce a 1/2 cup of butter in this to make it crumbly, make it stick together. Okay. Now I bought something specifically for this. My little my little bacon house. There's a guy I used to know, he used to hang out a lot, and since he's French, so they always have butter like this. They never have butter in like a tub. So what they do is they'd always have a little butter house. I think they call it a butter house. And we used to always cook at his house because we always loved to eat. Me and that guy. And we were cooking bacon, I think, because we were making burgers. And I was like, yeah, I need some from the butter house, or the bacon house. I mean the butter house. And I called it the bacon house so many times. To me, the name just stuck, and I thought it's a bit funny. Okay, so now the butter is in there, as you can plainly see. We're going to mix the hell out of this until it becomes crumbly. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. I think, Rick, that is tiring in the arm. Now, how's this looking over here? Fucking magnificent, that's how that's looking. Alright. Now, I'm actually live broadcasting. No, I was live broadcasting on Periscope. So if any of you guys follow me on Twitter, you can get the Periscope app and see whenever I'm live broadcasting, and you can join in on the fun. And as you can see right here, I'm going to live broadcast again. I live broadcast one, I got 7 people. 7's better than none. And I thought it was pretty cool. I actually quite like this app. I've been on here a lot. Baking a pie for YouTube. Baking an apple pie. Here we go. There we go. Now double tap the camera, turn that around. Have some sort of, there we go. Have some sort of Inception type of stuff. There's me. Hi there. And I'm just doing whatever I do to this mixture. I don't know why I started talking like that. But it's going to start getting crumbly soon. Well, Big Matt's going to get annoyed. It's not, I wouldn't say it's crumbly, it's just like, it's not like a dough. Yeah, see, I wouldn't call that crumbly. Oh well. You live and you learn, motherfuckers, so there you go. People are joining my stream, my live stream. And hey, there's 4 people in here now. HY to you too. How's it going? I'm just making some strudel topping for my apple pie here. I think I put in either too much. See, look, that's like a fucking, that's like one of those Dairy Queen or whatever flurries where like you turn it upside down, the spoon sticks in there. Now I'm gonna have to top my apple pie with this, and just gonna move the camera over here. I'm gonna show you my apple pie and me putting the stuff on. Russian President Vladimir Putin, what's up? You? I don't believe that's Vladimir Putin for a second. Don't fool me. That's my apple pie, right there. And yeah, I'm not sure. This is me trying to pour the apple pie stuff, pour the strudel on top of it. Now I think this is going to be a bit of a nightmare. But hey, here we go. It's one part on. Now I'm going to pan the camera around when it's all on there and you can see my horrible job. Now if this truly is horrible and if it's terrible, I'm just not going to give it to my parents because I don't really feel like giving it half-done projects, or if something's not done well, I just don't give it out. I'd say, you know what, I wasn't satisfied with it, therefore I'm not comfortable with it, people fucking having it. Because it's like the podcast, I really try my best to make it as good as I can. I'm really happy with everyone's, you know, creative things on it. Mike's getting some really good ideas. Mark's has got amazing artist skills, and I find every podcast is a good laugh. And you know what's funny? Me talking about that to everyone on Periscope drove them all away. Well, who cares? Now this looks horrible, and I'm going to put it all on here. I'm going to pile the hell out of this. Now if it comes out tasting like shit, looking like shit, well then you all have the right to laugh at me. I pride myself, actually it's funny, I pride myself on my baking skills. I do. I bake for people at work, I bake for friends I know, I bake for my family all the time. And if this tends to be, I have clean hands, don't worry. If it turns out horribly, I'll be fine with everyone laughing at me for it. Because you know what? Whatever. Live and learn, man. I think I put way too much butter in this. It's like cookie dough. It's unreal. It's supposed to be crumbly like streusel. And it's like cookie dough. Oh well. But like I was saying, if it's horrible, well then it's horrible. There's no one to blame but me, and then it's fine. But it smells amazing, I gotta say. Yeah, I've got it all covered here. Show you guys on Periscope. 137 Talk Radio. That's what it looks like. I mean, I'm not sure if that's what streusel's supposed to look like. You want some? Well, you know. I use pretty much all of it. There's my toes. I used pretty much all of it, and it came out a lot more dense than I thought it was going to. But it's looking, actually, I'm quite hopeful now that I've got it covered. It looks like it's supposed to be this thick because it encompasses the whole pie now. So give me some. Jesus, not even made yet. I'm just talking to people on Periscope. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, follow me. 137FM Nerd Talk Radio. We have a good nerdy sort of forum discussion going on. Ah, shit. And we always talk about comic books and video games and movies and whatever. And the thing is, I find the podcast funny when I listen and edit it. And if I think it's funny, I think other people are going to find it funny. And you know what? No one could find it funny, and that'd be fine with me because I had fun doing it. And that's really the point. So I'm going to take this away here. Look at that beautiful, oh shit, that's quite liquid. Now I'm going to show it to the camera over here. This is the before product. I'm going to show the after product in about 30-35 minutes. I'm going to show you guys, just because look what happened last time, and I fucked it up. There you go. Well, I'm going to have to turn off the Periscope broadcast now. I will see you guys on Twitter. Follow me at 1337FM Nerd Talk 1. And yeah, hopefully this pod comes out amazing. I'll broadcast again when it's done. Catch you guys later. I don't know why I winked. Bye. Okay, now to get this bad boy in the oven, 30-35 minutes. Alright, this is the finished product here. It looks pretty good. I mean, I browned it a little bit because I think that it should be a bit browned anyway. It smells absolutely amazing. I had to put it in like a pan because I knew it was going to sort of drip over. And I made a good call there because, as you can see right there, it's kind of like this sludge that came out of it. But yeah, I'm really impressed with it. I'm rather proud of myself. We can only really sort of wait, and time will tell how good it is. But I will be bringing it over to my mom and dad's later. It was their 33rd anniversary yesterday, and they gave me a bunch of apples, so I said I'll make them an apple pie. And I think that's the pretty good finished product. Sorry. Yeah. Well, this is Matt from 137FM Nerd Talk Radio. This is Nerd Baking. Hopefully episode 1 of many episodes. And yeah. Very good. Signing off.